Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is Yashika Turner and I'm a licensed realtor in Hamilton, Ontario with Shackle Brokerage. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you what I would have done differently if I was to start over as a brand new immigrant here in Canada. You know, you come to Rome, you do what the Romans do. You come to Canada and you want big goals because you have big dreams and big goals. But when I reflect and I think back, I'm like, if I should start over again, what would I have done differently? And this is what I'm going to tell you so you don't make the same mistake and you'll benefit from I sharing with you the mistake that I made and what I would have done differently. So stay tuned. Let's dive right in. When I moved here in 2011, one of my major goals was to buy me a house. Now, if you've seen my previous video here, where I mentioned how to create your goals, how to achieve your goals faster as a Canadian immigrant. Now, as I said, one of my major goals was to buy my house. I was so focused on saving, trying to get out of the apartment and to get my own house. But you know what? I did not listen. I did not listen. I was advised to buy a multi-family home or buy a home where I would rent out a part of it so that I could live free or I could pay a minimum amount for my mortgage while I have a tenant who will pay majority of the mortgage. Now, did I do this? Did Yashika do this? No, because Yashika mind frame wasn't in investing and wasn't thinking that way at the time. But now looking back like 8, 9 years after, and like, that's what I should have done. And think about getting the dream home afterwards. Now, let me show you how you can house hack or you can live for free. Follow me, follow me. Are you following me? But before we go any further, please like this video, please subscribe, and please share with a friend who you know will benefit from this video. So let's get into it. Is home ownership on your goal list for 2023? Yes. Are you thinking of investment in 2023? Looking at ways how you can make money. Look, there's a recession coming on, and you save up all of the money to buy a house. But before you even buy a house, let me help you to think twice before you buy a house. Now, picture this. Picture you buy a multi-unit family dwelling. Say you buy a duplex, which is two dwelling, self-contained dwelling attached to each other where you can rent out one and you can live in one. Or say you buy a house which has a basement, and upstairs it has multiple independent units where you can rent out different rooms. So you can live in the basement, which is self-contained, a legal basement, maybe an in-law suite, as you've heard otherwise, where you can live in the basement and you have maybe one or two tenants upstairs. Oh, that sound like a good idea, right? Yes. When I was told about this, I was so fearful. I was like, no, me a single mother. Me no want responsible for the tenant. Me want a house. Me no want disturb nobody. Me no want nobody to disturb me. But looking back, I realized that was a big mistake I made. Because you know what? If I had done that back then, I could live rent free, live free in the basement or in one of the complex while I rent out the other complex, save up that money, buy another property. Look at the matrix, look at the maths, look at the investment, look at the money. Buy another property, right? After I buy that property, maybe I could rinse and repeat. Do the same thing. Get another duplex or another house, buy that property, do the same thing, or buy my dream home, right? But instead, I was single, I was fearful, I wasn't thinking about investing, I was just thinking of getting out of the apartment and getting into a house. No, you, my friend, I would advise for you to buy a family home or a multiple family unit. Living part of it, yes, we come up far now. We want live like the Joneses, right? We don't want tell nobody say we live in a basement apartment. We want to show off big house. But sometimes we have to creep before we walk. And sometimes it's all for the better. Recession is coming, so this is my advice for you. Think about it. Does this sound like a good plan? Drop it in the comments. Let me know if this sound like I'm making some sense, some form of sense. So you live in the basement, or you live in one room, you rent out the rest of it, you save up that money to buy another property and another property and another property. And you see how you build a portfolio of houses, and you don't have to be responsible for them if you don't want to be. There are property management in place. So you can hire a property manager to look after all that. So all the stress and all the headache of being a home ownership and being a landlord, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And guess what? The tenants themselves don't even have to know that you are the owner, because you have a property manager there. And if the toilet are run, if the pipe bust, if something drop, is something wrong, then they go to their property manager. You don't have to deal with the stress and the headache of running around and get things fixed. Yes, you might need to pay the property manager, but if you feel like you want to bypass that part of it and you don't want to bother with the stress and the headache of when they call you hours a night to deal with things, then you leave it up to a property manager. And again, when it comes on to renting, you can use a realtor to assist you with renting and leasing the property. So you hire, that's where I come in. Hi, I'm Yashika. I'm your realtor in the Hamilton, Ontario area with Shaco Brokerage. So if you need a realtor to help you with leasing, you can do that. If you feel like you're comfortable enough to do it yourself, do it at your own, you can list it on Kijiji, list it on Facebook, you do your assessment, and you decide on the type of tenants that you want in your housing, right? So this sound like a good idea. This sound like it making sense. Like it. Okay, so that's what I would do if I was starting all over again as a brand new immigrant. Creep before me walk, living at the basement, rent out the top, save up my money, and buy an next house. So that's my home hacking trick for you that I am teaching you, I am educating you so you can have multiple properties in the future. Thank you so much for sticking around. Stay tuned. Watch my next video here. That's a playlist. See this other playlist here. Check them out. See you in my next video. Bye for now.